Orders have come in for an emergency sortie. A major air engagement is taking place as we speak between Belka and the Allied forces near the border, in the B-7R airspace, which Belka is committed to defend at all costs. B-7R, commonly known as the Round Table, has long been a symbol of Belka's political, military, and industrial might. However, at noon today, along with its lightning-quick commencement of Operation Battle Axe, the Allied forces officially announced the permanent abrogation of its non-aggression treaty at the Assembly of Nations, and simultaneously attacked B-7R with a massive fighter squadron. This mission may be our chance to finally end the Belka.
Pilot, we call it Demon Lord.
Missed the target.
We're not gonna let go at all, son. Shit! I can't go away. Taking each other one by one. Who are these guys?
Wizard 1 to all units. Focus days are over. Let's wrap this up.
Call behind our front line. Those mercenaries are gonna get all the credit again. I fight for peace. That's what I live here for. While you're up here fighting for peace, tons of blood is being shed on the ground. Some peace, kid. And I'm here to put an end to that. You think you can stop bloodshed by shedding more blood? Flying with all those ideals swimming around in your head is gonna get you killed. Damn it! The enemy has the initiative. Where are the reinforcements?
Comm team, multiple craft approaching. Something's wrong. Stay alert.
The front is retreating.
They're fast. Follow them. This will be your final lesson.
Roger, boss.
Follow me. Column 1, take out the reinforcements.
They're watching each other's positions. Better not divert from the team.
Get out there. The rules will protect you.
Fox 2. That's objective. It's the Silver Eagle. They really did come back.
This battle is getting out of hand. Stay alert at all times. Column 1, missile evaded. Warning, the enemy's locked onto you.
Missed.
Missile evaded. Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar. I taught you how to fly. The rest is up to you. Comm 1, missile launched. Missile off target.
We'll fly by the rules and take them out. Tailing enemy aircraft. I'm closing in.
Radar lock.
I can't believe how high they are. Damn the Phantom. I guess looks can be deceiving.
Shack on the target.
One of our planes is down. Awaiting your orders, boss.
All planes stay focused and fly as usual. Missile hit.
Fox 2.
Where did you learn to fly like that, mercenary? Focus on your own flight. Radar lock. If you get confused, just let your hands take over. You've had enough training to do this in your sleep. Missile off target.
Fox 2.
Column 1, missile evaded.
Watch out. The enemy's locked onto you. Go to Fox 2.
Radar lock.
Watch out. The enemy's tracking you on radar. He's fighting clean. I'll show him he's only digging his own grave. Another aircraft? Push on it now. Demon Lucio. So that's pilot is the Demon Lord?
Approaching gun range. Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar.
Go to! No special weapons fire remaining! Bandit down! Damn it! Go to! Fox 2! Go to! Fox 2!
Missed the target.
You're being targeted from long range! Jake! Damn it! It didn't hit! He dodged it!
Locked on. Warning, the enemy's locked onto you. Missed. Golem 1, missile evaded.
Watch out! The enemy's locked onto you!
Bandits in gun range.
Fox 2! Fox 2! Watch out! The enemy's tracking you on radar.
Approaching gun range.
Go to Fox 2! I missed. Go to Fox 2!
Locked on. Bandits in gun range. Missed. Radar lock.
Watch out! The enemy's locked onto you. Ah! Missed!
Golem 1, missile evaded. Radar lock. Approaching gun range.
Watch out! The enemy's tracking you on radar.
Radar lock. Warning, the enemy's locked onto you. Bandits in gun range. Radar lock. Golem 1, missile launched. Missed. Missile evaded. Locked on.
Watch out! The enemy's locked onto you. Fox 2! I wasn't able to cover them.
Locked on. Shack on the target. Golem 1, missile launched.
Yeah! Cypher just bagged a bandit! Report of the round team.
All targets within combat airspace are down. Operation complete.
Yo, buddy. You still alive?
victorious in the B-7R engagement. The round table is finally toppled. According to our reports, the pilot in the F-4E that you engaged was an Academy-trained ace. It won't be long now before we win this war.
My pulse raced at the astounding accomplishments of the mercenary known as Demon Lord. I forgot about my job and read everything I had on hand. Around the time Demon Lord received his nickname, South Belka showed signs of weariness regarding the war. Because the region was set up as a defense line to protect the birthplace of Belka in the north, the people's dissatisfaction had reached a climax. The cities declared themselves demilitarized and peacefully surrendered to the Allied forces. Unable to establish a defensive position, the Balkan army kept retreating to the north. The end of the war was fast approaching. I was given an opportunity to interview the former aces of the Balkan Air Force. Back then, they were the masters of the sky, and they had also known him. So I crossed the border to follow his trail. I wanted to capture the war and the Demon Lord from their point of view, to capture the voices of those who were there. Indigo Team Commander, former member of the Balkan Air Force, 7th Air Division, 51st Tactical Fighter Squadron, Dmitri Heinrich, an ace whose precision and grace in flying earned him the title of Blue Heron. Today he has his hands full with the family business.
That day, right before I deployed, my airspace assignment was changed. Initially, my squadron was assigned to the stable Eastern Front. That was changed to Area B-7R, the round table where casualties were recorded at a fearsome pace. It's also the place where I met him. It was just 2 planes, him and an Eagle. And yet our lead force didn't stand a chance against them. I could tell he was good, and it was going to be bad for us. But there was something else I noticed. He hesitated. A vulnerability that can be exploited. I was certain I would win. The pilot was still young. He had yet to master the rules of combat. But in the end, I was shot down.
Gelb Teams Number 2, former member of the Balkan Air Force, 5th Air Division, 23rd Tactical Fighter Squadron, Rainer Altman. He flew the skies of Directus during the capital's liberation, and he's still there to this day.
I met him above this very sky. I can still hear the sound of the missile alerts from that day. I received an order to fly to Directus on my way back from an intercept mission on the southern defense line. The order itself wasn't unusual. We kept being deployed from one mission to the next without receiving even the basic maintenance. But the situation was the same all around. We were late reaching the operational space. The station squadrons had already retreated, and warning bells were going off in the city. And the people were looking up to his plane, high above the sky. I couldn't see any emotion in his maneuvers. I didn't feel like I was fighting against a human being. I wanted to end that battle as quickly as possible.
Silver Team Commander, former member of the Belgian Air Force, 51st Air Division, 126th Tactical Fighter Squadron. Dietrich Kellerman. He was once the top ace at Belka and a fiery instructor at the Air Force Academy. In 1995, the Belgian Air Force sent him to the front lines to bolster troop morale.
He was good. From what I'd heard about him, I thought he was still just a young mercenary. But he matured since then. He still wasn't perfect, but I could see he had come a long way towards understanding the rules of combat. What's important on the battlefield is to let go of hate, to survive, and to adhere to the rules you've set for yourself. These are the rules I've taught my students. And when I saw him, I could tell my time was done. A new generation had inherited the sky. There was no more need for an old soldier like me.
Every time I flew with him, his skill stood out. He was unstoppable. He was cool-headed and proud. A combat professional. Demon Lord fit him perfectly. Maybe the man was blessed by the goddess of war. Before long, everyone had taken notice of him. More and more would show up to watch him go off on sortie. Mercenaries or maintenance crew, it didn't matter. People wanted to burn his image to their memories. Hell, they weren't the only ones.
The Belkan forces are beginning to take flight. The industrial city of Hoffnung is crucial to the enemy's industrial strategy and the heart of its war productions. The Allied forces have decided that all Belkan war production must be stopped to expedite the end of the war, and has requested our participation in this operation. The operation will primarily involve the bombing of ground facilities by the Allied forces' bombers. Your mission is to support those bombers and attack enemy facilities. We have achieved near total air supremacy over the target area, but don't let your guard down. There may still be sporadic resistance.
Zone 2 to all units. I've confirmed a burning city up ahead. That must mean the bombing started.
Cover the Allied bombers. Eliminate all ground and aerial threats.
Let's move. Copy that. To all bombers, remove Belka's ability to counterattack. Priority is placed on destruction over accuracy. Initiate bombing sequence. Drop them all. Turn it to ashes. That's not enough. Drop more bombs.
Nobody knew why they were fighting anymore. All I felt at that point was sadness for the world. That's why I...
Pursued by Allied forces, the Belkan forces have taken flight, abandoning Hoffnung. Without military...